Good morning, Keller Williams, and welcome back to the KW Command 66-Day Challenge 9.0, and today is day 60. Well, we're on the home stretch here, and I decided that I'm going to finish out the 66-Day Challenge 9.0 with some team-based training for those of you that are on a team or have a team, a little bit further into KW Command and what it looks like for team usage. So one quick note, yesterday we covered KWIQ or Quick from the mobile app. I just wanted to draw your attention. Here's the new location. I think they're testing this location, but so far so good. Pretty sure it's going to stick. The KWIQ location, it used to be sort of down here floating in the bottom corner. So now you know where your Quick is on your desktop. So with regards to teams, a big new release happened last week. I wanted to draw your attention. If you're new to Command, new to a team, this may be a little bit overwhelming, but if you've been using Command as a team person, especially as a Rainmaker, this will make sense and be really important to you. We'll go back through the nuances of contacts, opportunities, designs, SmartPlans, etc. with a team versus solo account. But today, I want to show you the release that many have asked for a very long time. That is permission level by Applet. So let's dive into it. The first thing, do I even have a team account, Marty? What are you talking about when you say teams? You're going to know if you have a team account when you click on the drop down in the top right hand corner and you see this other accounts section. If you don't have this, you're a solo agent, no harm, no foul. This won't be for you. Feel free to move on. But if you do have this will be important to you, especially if you're the Rainmaker. We're going to come down. First of all, we want to make sure we're in the team account. So I'm going to do that. Click on my team account. The next thing I'm going to do is click on the settings menu, and I'm going to come over to General Settings, Team Management. So this screen looks pretty similar to how it has looked in the past, except you've got these three little dots when you click on one of your team members. So I have a guest user. We're going to cover that and probably tomorrow or the next day, but I have a guest user account set up for my fictional character here, Marty Miller, just a demo. I'm going to come over and click on the three dots. Now you could do this with any team member on your team. I'm going to click on Manage Permissions. Now previously, with regards to permission levels, it was standard, enhanced, and unlimited, and it was across the board. So if I had a buyer's agent that I wanted to give permission to create their own smart plan, I had to give them enhanced permission levels, which also then allowed them to do things outside of smart plans that I may not have wanted them to have access to be able to do. Now I can go in one by one, applet by applet, and decide what permission level I want for each applet. So if we start off in team management, inside of here, really, it's kind of all or nothing. If you want them to have the ability to manage permissions, request updates, or add or delete guest users, you've got to give them unlimited. So that might be somebody that's really high up on your chain of command. Maybe you're director of operations. Obviously, as a Rainmaker, you're going to have this access. But the nice thing is, if you want them to have the ability to manage permissions, but nothing else, save and you're done. Right? Because all of the rest of these you can see are still set to standard. If we go into contacts, now you can start seeing some nuances between standard, enhanced, and unlimited. So standard right now, they can archive a contact and assign from lead pool. They can create new contacts and save searches. They can edit and import contacts. They can merge and message, nurture, send contact to the lead pool. You can see all the things they have here. Enhanced is almost everything, except they can't change the contact original owner and they can't change an account. And you can see you've got these little tool tips. If you hover over the eye, this only applies to team contacts for whom users are an owner, if contacts are owned by the team, and then only unlimited users can change the original owner, right? So you can see what that difference between each one of these may be, and I could go all the way to unlimited, enhanced, or standard for each one of my team members. Moving into SmartPlans, right? A standard user can only view, add or remove, and that's pretty much it. It was pretty limited for team members on SmartPlans. If you wanted to have your team members to have any sort of flexibility with regards to creating, editing, copying, deleting, etc., you had to give them enhanced or unlimited, and that then gave them permission levels and contacts you might not wanted them to have. So again, now I could say, hey, you know what? My buyer's agents are real creative and they're entrepreneurial and I trust them and they know the marketing guidelines and standards we have as a team. So I'm going to go ahead and give them enhanced, which is the same in SmartPlans as unlimited. I'm going to allow them to be able to create, edit, copy. I'm going to ask that they don't delete. Now, could they still accidentally do it? Yes. But I trust them, so I'm going to give them enhanced level SmartPlans access. I could come into tasks, right? You can see enhanced and unlimited are the same. But again, right, a team member could create tasks, but couldn't view or edit any sort of team-based tasks. So maybe there are certain members of your team that you want to have that ability. Again, I think about a director of sales, director of operations, maybe even someone like your TC or a VA, something like that. You could give them enhanced level just task access. Inside of designs, maybe you have a marketing coordinator or someone that's in charge of your social medias and you want them to be able to create designs and then use them. You could give them enhanced inside of designs, and then also enhanced inside of campaigns. That way they can start creating and running their own team-based campaigns to start routing leads out to your team members. So a pretty cool release, a long time coming, oftentimes requested. Now the ability for Team Rainmakers to control sort of the permission level per team member per applet. So if you're new to Command for Teams, don't let all of this overwhelm you. We're going to go back through and I'm going to show you the difference, for example, between team contacts and personal contacts. We're going to look at opportunities, and we're going to look at tasks. We're going to look at designs. We're going to look at SmartPlans. I'm going to run you through each one of those and the nuances of a personal versus team account in each of those areas. But today, just wanted to highlight a really cool and important release for Rainmakers, the ability to customize those permission levels. Guys, as always, I hope you're having a fantastic week, and I'll look forward to speaking with you again real soon.